Right now, animal shelters all across the country are dealing with a major influx of surrendered pets. Listen to this. According to the nonprofit Shelter Animals Count, nearly 6 million pets filled facilities last year. And it is a very sad reality that we're seeing more and more people choosing to give up their pets and, in the worst cases, just leave them abandoned. That's just awful. The cost of living, the price of pet care, that has gone up dramatically in recent years. And one report from the Bank of America Institute found since 2019, prices of services like veterinary care and grooming, they've gone up 42%. The cost of goods like food and treats up 22%, and pet insurance costs, those have surged since 2019. So it's just like our money is being pulled in so many different directions these days. And so right now, live here in studio, we want to get to Jen from the Arizona Humane Society, who is joining us live again with this adoptable pet. This is Romeo looking for his Juliet. But before we get more into Romeo, who is just a sweetheart here, I want to talk about the overcapacity crisis that is happening right now that you guys are just trying to deal with. I mean, how are you seeing it day to day?
Yeah, so it has not stopped with pets coming through our doors. And to your point, it's not just our sick, injured, and abused pets, which is usually what the Arizona Humane Society specializes in, but it is owner surrender. So Romeo is actually an owner surrender. And what happens for our shelter is when people can't afford their vet care, they can't afford to keep their pets, maybe there's housing issues, they need to find a place for that pet. And so those healthy pets like Romeo need a place to go, and they come into our shelter where we're trying to take care of those sick, injured, and abused. The heat really impacts our summertime here. And so we're seeing about 24,000 pets are going to come through our doors this year.
Oh my goodness. And I mean, talking about the capacity part of it, I mean, you guys are full.
Yes.
How are you even making space then?
Yes, so luckily we have a really great community here, and we have great volunteers, our foster families who have been able to open their doors. We have about 800 to 1,000 pets in foster families at any given time.
Yeah.
That is really important to make that space for our kennel space for pets coming in. Our community has also stepped up. We had some adoption specials this summer, and in 2 of our Saturdays we found over 300 pets. Each Saturday we found 300 pets new homes. So that is, we're so thankful that when we kind of sound the alarm that pets need help, our community steps up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious, so, you know, we talked about the reasons that people might have to give up their pet and bring them owner surrendered. Are you finding more abandoned pets?
Yes, we are definitely finding more abandoned pets. That's very serious this time of year. So as those temperatures get up, if a pet is abandoned in a backyard without food or water, it's going to become very serious very quickly. So abandonments are on the rise. A lot of that is people are moving. They're not being able to stay in those homes and they're leaving those pets behind. It's very sad. But we're happy to be a safety net for the Valley's pets and for pets like Romeo who need a new home.
Yes. Well, let's talk a little bit about Romeo. It's so sweet here. He was up. He was, you know, looking for the treats. He's smart. He saw where Jen had the treats hidden, and he said, "There's somewhere around here." But he's kind of given up now. He's just hanging out, enjoying the AC. I don't blame him. Tell us a little bit about Romeo and maybe kind of his characteristics, personality. What family might be good for him?
Yeah. So Romeo is a 9-year-old boxer pit bull mix, but actually what you showed right there, he's very interested in the treats, he's interested in his walk, and then he's going to be your lap dog. He's going to just chill out in the AC for the rest of the day. So he's lived with other dogs, he's lived with small children, he's lived with adult children, and so he probably just needs a family who can get him out and walk him in the early morning, make sure that he gets that exercise, and then he's gonna cuddle up on the couch with you. He thinks he's a dog that's not 77 pounds. He thinks he's about 27.
Isn't that how it goes? Like the small dogs think they're Romeo, and then the Romeo-sized dogs think that they're the little lap dogs, which cracks me up. He's just such a sweetheart. His ears perked up. He said, "Did I hear my name? Are you guys talking about me?" Okay, let's talk about the resources available for pet owners to maybe consider before they decide, you know, if maybe they're starting to think about, hey, I have to bring this dog to the, you know, the shelter, the Humane Society. But what resources are out there before we have to get to that step?
Yeah, so we actually run a pet resource center at the Arizona Humane Society. We take calls every day of the year to really help our community with those resources. So if it's We can't afford food. I'm having an issue with my landlord. They're not allowing my pet to be here. We have behavior issues that are causing some problems in the house. Our team is able to connect you with those resources. The best thing we can do with these overcrowding issues in our shelters is keep pets in homes and not even get them to the shelter to begin with.
Right.
So the more and more that we can give those resources to friends and to folks and our furry friends, the better it is for everyone across the valley.
Yeah, just all across the board, right? And so I'm curious if you decide, and we saw this with the 300, pets that were adopted each on those Saturdays. What are the benefits of adopting from an AHS shelter?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, you're not only saving the life of a pet like Romeo,
Most
but you're
important,
clearing
yes.
that kennel for another pet to come in. So the sooner we find these pets and get them moving, the better. Pets bring us so much joy. They help with our mental health. They help with our physical health. They get you out and exercising. But anytime you adopt a pet, they're coming to you spayed and neutered, so they're not going to have more puppies and continue that cycle. And just as someone who loves adopted pets and has 3 at home, there's no better joy and love that comes from a dog that you're given a second chance.
Yeah, I always love seeing that. Who rescued who?
Yes,
right.
totally.
Because they just give you so much love and care. And I always used to say my dog, who has since passed, but Ringo, my childhood dog, where like he had the best secret keeper, the best friend, the best cuddler, no judgment. He's just going to hear you out. I mean, they are the best, and always so happy to see you and give you those hugs and cuddles. So we love that. There's something else is really interesting is that you guys just became the first animal welfare organization in the country to offer online veterinary care. This is so interesting. How does that work?
Yes, so telemedicine, you probably are very familiar with it
for
Humane,
us.
but this is actually going to really help keep pets in homes as well. So access to care is another issue that we see, whether that's you have a mobility issue, maybe you have a cat that doesn't want to go into a carrier and it's very hard to transport with it, but it needs to be seen, or even just you live far away in a rural area in Arizona. Now you can call our veterinarians. This is not for anything like vaccinations or something that's an emergency, but let's say your dog is licking their paws a lot, or there's a rash, or something's just off. You can come to our website, we can connect you. Our veterinarian will schedule that appointment. Your dog needs to be there, or your cat needs to be there with you, but it'll work just like an appointment and they'll walk you through. But this really helps people who might not have a veterinarian within miles, hundreds of miles.
Yeah, that's such a good point and a good reminder, for our rural parts of Arizona that there's help for you too with these kind of, telehealth, like you talked about, veterinarian services. This is going to be huge. And you guys are just doing so much to help the pets here in Arizona. So guys, if you want to help out and you want to make a big difference here, there are several ways you can do that. Jen, tell us how as we kind of walk through and see them here.
Yes,
on our screen.
the best ways that you can help us is to adopt, to volunteer, to foster, and to donate. And you can find that all at azhumane.org.
All right, perfect. Jen, thank you so much for bringing Romeo here. I'm so happy to meet him. He's such a cutie. And hopefully, you guys, Romeo is up for adoption. And so if you can make him part of your home, I know he would love that. And like you said, he's just kind of a big love bug after you've taken him out for his walk. And he likes treats. I mean, and let's be honest, who doesn't, Crystal? I mean, I'm in that same boat, my gosh. But the Arizona Humane Society just doing such good work.